Huh. That's funny. Facebook automatically deletes all streams that don't go live. Wow. Having a problem with Facebook. Go live. Who knew? Who knew I would have problems with this? Oh, it's 8:30. No wonder. Whoops. I put it at 8:15 by accident. So let me put it at 8:45 on Facebook. Looks like this broadcast was deleted by Facebook. God. You learn the hard way sometimes. So what do? Remove this? View on Facebook, remove. Shit. Remove. This is awful. Can I do this? Can I do this? Nope. So I have to delete it. Hang on. Be right there. How do I delete this? Go here. Remove. Man, that's sad. Can I add Facebook right now? Edit. Try that again. See if this works. Save changes. Trying to go live on Facebook. Yes, it worked. And then let me just go to Twitch and just go live with the camera. How do I do that? Man, I should have figured this out before. So I'll catch up to you guys in the comments in a minute. Gameplay edit. How do I edit this? Edit scene. There we go. Make that bigger. So if you're on Twitch, you get to see what is all that junk in the back there? You get to see my mini NBA Finals trophy and Oski. So for the sake of just doing Twitch, just to accrue the hours that are required on Twitch, I am going to just go ahead and go on Twitch. Go live on Twitch. Hope this works. We are live on Twitch. Awfully slow to this. Sorry for the technical difficulties because we are technically now chat with fans. Warriors fans. We are now 5 minutes behind. Okay, so let me set up the share screen and let's talk about JaMYCHAL Green because I think this is a hell of a pickup. We're kind of in bargain shopping mode, you know, and for us to pick a guy like that up is pretty incredible. Pretty incredible at this price, if you will. Okay. Setting up my share screen right here. So I'm going to share that. right there. That's from the we don't know what number he is, but that's from the Twitter account of Chano Designs. Chano Designs. All right, Amy, Elijah, James, Bopley. Bopley, man, it's been a excuse me, it's been a while. Bopley. Wow. That is a name I have not seen in a while. Man, I forgot to shave. Okay. Bopley. All right. Who else? Alana. It's a hell of a way to run it back, isn't it, Alana? Hell of a way to run it back. What a roster that we have, and we will talk about that in a minute. JaMYCHAL and Dray, Gang Green. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Are they cousins? Gotta look that up. Hold on. Let's do a little Wikipedia. I doubt it. I mean, Green's a pretty common last name, you know what I mean? Let's see if we got any replies from some people. Oh, and if anyone actually wants to come on the live today, you're welcome to. Why not? I mean, there's really nothing else going on. This is the first time that I've gone on just to talk about news. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. And really the only reason why I didn't is because we usually have some other pressing issues like during the season. I still need to do this, which is so I don't think they're related, otherwise I would have said it. But they're pretty much, well, they're going to be brothers, comrades. And what was I going to say? Lost my train of thought. So we will talk about this pickup in a minute. Plug and play, I know, right? Can I believe it, Matt? Absolutely, I can. That's what outrage media is in a nutshell for you. Molinari, everybody's here. Awesome. Ivan Bautista. We will get right into JaMYCHAL Green right when I catch up on the comments. Anthony Tsai is here, one of our most recent winners. I will get back to you, Anthony, soon. I've got a couple videos lined up. I got some really good. There was a play in the summer league against the Spurs when Jonathan Kuminga was fouled on an inbound, and he landed right next to my buddy Rod, courtside. And Rod got video of it and sent it to me. A little late, but still got it. And I can't wait to put that in a video. But there's other footage that I need to collect with it. It'll be about a 12, 13-minute video, but really up close, as a lot of the behind-the-scenes ones that I have are. So anyways, so here's Elijah's giving us the basic reports and stuff. So just look in the comments for all of that. We'll get to the rest of the depth chart after we talk about JaMYCHAL. We're already 10 minutes into this thing, and I did not really explain JaMYCHAL yet because of the excitement of reading your comments. JaMYCHAL, he's going to be a 4 and a 5, stretch 4. I think he's 6'8", Anthony. And so we will random stream. Yep. We will talk about JaMYCHAL ASAP. I'm almost done with the comments. We will talk about depth chart. Somebody better than. Oh, wow. We'll come back to this, Sean, but I would disagree with you on that. I would disagree with you. And we'll talk about depth chart. We'll talk about guys like Boogie, Carmelo, Patrick Beverley, all of these Sexy names. Hello there, Bruce. Oh, you're on Twitch. Thank you. How many do I have on Twitch? Two viewers. It's all good. Twitch has its usage though. Let's see. Okay. We are caught up. So let us take a look at the actual deal. The actual deal is this. So actually, we should go back a little bit further, which is the Clippers. This is where I remember JaMYCHAL Green the most. Because in that first round, remember, I think they stole game one. I was there when Patrick Beverley walked by and acted like he just won the championship. But then again, I can't blame him because Patrick Beverley always acts like he wins the championship whenever they win an important game. I should dig up that video, actually. Let's try to dig that up because I know KNBR had it because my guy Sam Hustis had it. He was right there, and I had to use his video to find it. But anyways, KNBR, Patrick Beverley, man, Clippers? No, I don't know. Let's look for the video. Oh, here it is. Here it comes. Yeah. I was there a little bit late. A little bit late to this. Okay, so the point of bringing that up, is that JaMYCHAL Green was on that team. And he's the name I remember because Doc Rivers decided to play him at the 5, 6'8", 5, against Looney, against Bogut. And man, JaMYCHAL Green was a problem. He was a problem. Scored like double digits. Let's go look it up. So we're starting here with him on the Clippers. We'll come back to this. But JaMYCHAL Green, stats, BK Ref, this is how you do it. I'm sort of also teaching you the steps that you should go when you hear of a trade and you want to know who is this guy? Oh, I remember his name, JaMYCHAL Green. And there are certain guys that step up against the Warriors. Do I want all of them? I don't know. I don't know about that. Like, you just never know. But when a guy kicks ass against us, we tend to remember it. And I'm sure Bob Myers remembered it and all of his people. And, guys like JaMYCHAL Green, Terrence Ross, Evan Fournier, those guys always have great games against us. I'm not saying we need to go out and get every guy. I'm just saying that those are the ones you remember. So anyway, first thing I noticed was one thing a little bit glaring is 26.6% shooting on threes last season. However, he only shot 0.5. He only made 0.5 threes on 2 attempts every game. So that went dramatically down from 3 shots from the arc per game. And you can see his progression here. Also he's a veteran. So he's been in the playoffs 3 straight years. So we need a guy like that, right? And this is almost as good a replacement for Otto Porter as you can find out there. All right. So I don't know why. This will be some extra credit for somebody. Maybe I'll go and get a Denver blogger out there to come and talk about JaMYCHAL Green. Why did his percentage go down? But even if you ask a guy like Travis Walton, Jason Dumas, local reporter, KRON, also goes on the radio at 95.7 every now and then. He had Travis Walton on, and they were actually talking about Draymond and how Draymond's percentage from 3 went down this year. But Travis, his defense was, hey, look, Draymond isn't shooting more than 2 threes a game. So when you only shoot 2 threes a game, kind of hard to keep that percentage up. So I would venture to guess that JaMYCHAL Green went through something like that, because normally he's 40%, which is super impressive. And the other thing is, well, I don't think anybody out there should really throw JaMYCHAL Green under the bus on this dip in three-point shooting, because we know he can rebound. His rebounding rate is incredible. And I don't think we should throw him under the bus for that, because that's the whole reason why we're able to get him, because of this. So Denver had him. What's interesting is he had a great playoffs for the Clippers that year against us, although that was actually, that was back here. 2019. No, yeah, 2019. Then 2020, he had a good bubble playoffs. That's the one where the Clippers blew a 3-1 lead to Denver. Then he goes to Denver, and it's interesting that, I mean, transactionally, he went to OKC, never played a game for him, but we're getting him after he went to Denver. So it's like a progression of playoff experiences. So that's why this is a great pickup, because you're getting a veteran of how many years now? I mean, look at this. 31-year-old, years pro. Where are you? I guess I got to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-year pro. Same draft class as Draymond Green, although he didn't get drafted, JaMYCHAL. All right. So pretty exciting. I'm excited about this. This is an amazing pickup at the veterans minimum. Why is it a veterans minimum? Because Denver, if you go look at their salary cap table right here, let's see. Okay, good. You're still with me. If you go look at Denver's salary cap table from last season, not this season, but last season. Okay. 8.2 million, 2-year deal, right? They're about to pay, now let's make it this year. They just signed Nikola Jokic to a huge deal, $200 million. They got to get rid of some salary. So they trade JaMYCHAL, who only shot 27% from threes, sent him to Oklahoma. Oklahoma has cap space, having all those rookie deal guys, all those draft guys, draft pick guys, right? So they send them, they send back Peyton Watson, because he is a 30th pick, and you got to have the salaries within a certain range. I don't know how much, whatever else they had to send, 2 future first round picks. So it was a salary dump by Denver, because they're paying Jokic a boatload of money, right? And OKC gets a 2027 protected first round pick. So JaMYCHAL doesn't want to play with a bunch of youngsters and sit at the bottom of the standings. And you wonder when this this process for the Thunder is going to take steam. I think maybe they're waiting for a Phoenix Suns moment where they can barely miss the playoffs, or at least be a top 10, at least make the play-in, and then they can look for a free agent, somebody with a lot of experience that's high priced and a superstar. Bam, a la Chris Paul to the Suns. You know what I mean? Like that. And maybe by then they'll have their own, DeAndre Ayton and Devin Booker type youngsters that are becoming stars. All right. So that's why he doesn't want to be on OKC. So let's do a buyout. And in doing so, what are your choices? And for him to pick the Warriors is pretty cool, because he fills the need that Otto Porter departed us with. And I mean, I like to say that Jonathan Kuminga kind of moved up the depth chart to take Otto's spot. And so maybe JaMYCHAL is now taking Jonathan's spot. But actually, that's to be seen. I mean, they're going to compete for those minutes. I didn't know that we could get a guy like JaMYCHAL to replace the Otto Porter slot because, and so that's why I said, all right, everybody just calm down for a minute. Think of it in a positive way where it's JK replacing Otto's spot. Now you feel better about it. Now we just need a guy to fill the spot that JK was as a rookie. But now this changes things. Now you don't need to look at that way and sort of, brainwash yourself into some positivity, let's say. Because there are people out there going, man, I'm upset that we lost GP and Otto and so on and so forth. Even Belly, throw Belly in there. Curiously, nobody's mad about Damian Lee leaving, but that's another story, isn't it? Bruce and Roland. No, but I really honestly, not to go on a tangent, but Damian Lee, I think you get, speaking of Phoenix Suns, you get professionalism, loyalty, and he knows exactly who he is and the pecking order. He literally used those words in an interview earlier this season, the pecking order. He understands he's a 12, 13, 14, 15th guy, and he's never going to complain. He's going to cheer for his guys, never complain about minutes. So anyways, so people were mad about us losing GP and Otto, okay? And I was trying to calm them down to say, hey, look, just look at it as Jonathan Kuminga takes Otto's spot. Now you feel better about it a little bit. Now all we got to do is find somebody to, take, some minutes that would have been for, normally like a rookie at the 4-5. But no, they go out and get JaMYCHAL Green, who agrees to, this buyout and then take a veteran's minimum. Now the buyout, I would wonder, what is the average number on buyouts? Because it's going to be something less than $8 million. So buying him out means that OKC, now if we go to OKC, see what we're doing here? Hoops Hype. I love Hoops Hype because they show you future years all on one page. The other place you can look for salary cap tables is Spot Track. But anyway, now you look at OKC. Here's the JaMYCHAL Green. Let's get rid of that. Okay, you buy him out. So you buy him out with, I don't know, what, half of that, 4.1 million. So now you're saying JaMYCHAL, instead of making 8.2 million, you're going to make 4.1 plus the minimum salary, the veterans minimum that the Warriors can afford to only pay you. So we go back to the Warriors here, and you see, we just, aside from the top four guys, we just got to go with rookie salary ones. Kevon Looney's going to get $7 million. So we signed that, thank goodness, affordable number. And then we got, Dante's at a taxpayer mid-level plus the minimum. So we threw $2.5 million on top of the million of the minimum. Anyways, then you got these rookie salaries here. We can't do anything other than veterans minimums and taxpayer mid-level exception slush fund, which we're paying Dante here and Ryan Rollins. All right. So before we talk about depth chart, such as Ryan Rollins, let us talk about JaMYCHAL Green some more. And I'm not going to cannibalize the Athletics subscription. I do have a subscription. I guess I could do that. So I'm not going to just give away Anthony Slater's article, but I am, instead of, so if you work for the Athletic, and don't be mad about this, because I'm giving you brand name recognition, number one, and number two, I would have gone to YouTube and typed in JaMYCHAL Green highlights. But instead, Anthony Slater already did the work for me. And so here is the critical, I mean, hopefully this is the JaMYCHAL Green we're getting. I don't think we should panic about his subpar year last year with the Nuggets because, well, first of all, they didn't really have Jamal Murray to set the table anymore, right? And secondly, it's such a defined role. Like, I mean, when you have Steph Curry all healthy, knock on wood, Klay Thompson as the other gravity guy, Draymond Green, and okay, JaMyCHAL's probably with the second unit, so it'd be Jordan Poole, some combination of Steph and Klay, JK, Moody, Wiseman, let's say, Looney, whatever. Maybe JaMYCHAL will probably play the five sometimes. The ability to shift over, especially in the playoffs. So it's great that he has playoff experience, and it's great that he's actually been in the moment and had to win game 5 against us. Okay, they won this. It was 3-1 Warriors, and they beat us, and we had KD. Man, do you remember that series? So I'm going to play some of these. There's no sound, so hopefully I won't get demonetized. What I'm going to do is I'm going to minimize that a little bit so that there's less chance of me getting demonetized on this. But let's follow. Here's JaMYCHAL, okay? So he's now playing the 5 because that's Gallinari. Well, the 4-5, right? So let's watch JaMYCHAL. There he is, waiting in the corner. So Lou Williams, it's the Lou Williams show. Goes by, kicks it to the corner, JaMYCHAL, bam. Okay, so that's in a nutshell. That's what he's bringing. Here's another one. Posts up, but then Bogut has to help. Then he dishes out. Then he goes back out. Sidestep 3 on the fake against KD. Okay, and then finally, right here, he picks and rolls. There he is. Lou fakes a shot, wide open. Draymond has to swing over. I mean, he causes problems. The quintessential 4-5 role. And so I'm excited about this, folks. So let's move on. Did I forget anything? I don't know. What's this? Here's our depth chart, courtesy of Twitter handle GSW CBA. Depth chart. So this was the official news right here. Both Shams and Woj had this. So, but anyways, Shams got the direct call from agent Michael Hodges. So what's this one? Oh, that's JaMYCHAL Green and what we open with. And this one is our depth chart. Okay. So now we have 13 guys signed. Actually, Ryan Rollins isn't signed yet. What we're going to do with Ryan Rollins is we're going to take $1 million or so out of the taxpayer mid-level exception slush fund, which is 6.4 million up to, and we're going to pay him like $1 million salary, like peanuts. Why? Because he's a second round pick. So it kind of works that way. Like number 1 through 30 in the draft, your guaranteed salaries, you're set. Next 3 years, 4th year team option, set salaries. That's why all of these salaries, Moses, Jordan, Jonathan, and Wiseman, these are set. You can see Wiseman will make 9, 12, 15, or 16 really. That's because he was the number 2 pick. It's set. Jonathan, 7th pick, right? 5, 6, 7, 10, right? So you can see the rookie scale. It's a big difference between 2 and 7. So for us to get a guy like Jonathan at 7, that was a steal. Thank you, OKC got Josh Giddey. Good for them. They got who they wanted. Scotty Barnes to Toronto. And the other one was, what was the other crazy one? I can't remember, but For Jonathan to drop to us at 7, that's extreme value right here. 5, 6, 7.6, 10. That is extreme value for us. That's great. Jordan Poole, obviously. He's only going to make 3.9 million, then 5.8. Of course, we'll see what happens. We'll talk about Jordan Poole later, but he will get extended at some point. I'm starting to think it doesn't make sense for the Warriors to do that right now, because he would be a restricted free agent, a la DeAndre Ayton. Just match whatever the hell he gets over here. Just match it. I don't think the Warriors need to do anything. So if I'm the Warriors, I can just match, just like DeAndre Ayton when the time comes. And then Moses, again, these are such value contracts right here. Patrick Baldwin, man, pennies, peanuts, unless there's a two-way. We'll talk about two-way in a minute. So Rollins is going to make like $1 million, and because he's a second rounder, we can pay him so little and still pay some luxury tax, still pay some repeater luxury tax penalty on that, but at least it isn't as bad as it would have been. So then now we have 13 guys right here. This is 13 guys. What do we do with 14? Well, I think that one's Andre Iguodala, right? It's up to him whether he wants to retire or not. I would like to see him come back, but it's kind of like, sacrifice your body for us, Andre. You know, you're going to get sore back, sore hip, sore neck, sore knee, knee swelling, all of the above you're going to get. And again, we talked about it a million times. Andre, I just don't think he wants to be a coach. I just don't think he wants to be a coach. Man, we're at the 32-minute mark. Andre Iguodala. I would love to see him as a, I would love to see him as a Udonis Haslem type, wouldn't you? But I think that is kind of like a sacrifice on his part to come back. But we saw his value during the playoffs, where even when he was not playing, he was like an assistant coach. And again, I will say, Steve Kerr in the exit interview said that Andre probably doesn't want to go to any of our coaches' meetings. That's boring for him. So it's more fun, I think, to be an NBA player on a full-time contract, guaranteed, 5-star hotels, massage treatment anytime you want. Because, we got massage therapists, we got trainers, all of the above. And it's a good life. It's a good life. Yeah, you got to, work out and go to practice, but you have the world's best trainers. I mean, lifestyle wise, it's almost better think about it. Think about it, right? What would Andre be doing if he's not coaching and playing the Udonis Haslem role, worst case scenario? If he's like constantly injured, he'd probably be a venture capitalist full time, go play golf. What if you're playing golf and you tweak something in your back? All of a sudden, you got to go pay for a trainer. Whereas if you are employed by the Warriors, you get a trainer on call 24/7, give you massages and stuff. I think being an NBA player in the Warriors culture is a posh life that I would be surprised if Andre retired. I really would. So I'm sort of leaning that way now. I didn't think about it too much before. It's always been 50-50 for me. But now that I think about it, I think it's a pretty good life. All right. So then we got the two-ways. So Quinndary has a qualifying offer for that two-way. However, Quinndary has had two-ways, and he wants a regular contract. So I think what'll happen is we'll probably leave, at least one spot, if not two, open for guys in the training camp to compete. So that's where you get into Guy Santos, Mac McClung. Well, I don't know about Mac, but like when I look at our roster, I see guys that can play the one: Steph, Jordan Poole, Dante, and Moody. Moody was playing the one during Summer League. Therefore, if I'm Mac McClung, I'm like, wait a minute. When am I going to get playing time on the Warriors? So maybe I should try out for another team where they're maybe not as deep at ball handling. Okay. So I think that pretty much covers our depth chart, right? So we have 2 spots left, regular spot and a two-way spot, which is either going to be Quindary, or maybe Quindary will play balls out in training camp and earn that extra spot, or whatever, or some other team will offer him, I don't know, a two-way, and he looks at their regular depth chart and goes, oh, maybe I got more of a chance over there. Who knows? I don't think we should kill ourselves over that. We're talking again, the 16th or 15th player on the team. So there's no hurry, and there's no hurry to sign Guy Santos. We have his draft rights. Maybe he can go back to Brazil, make $1 million, come back. Nobody's mad at that. Not even Guy Santos would be mad at that. He knows the situation. It's as Bob Myers has said, and it is literally on our YouTube channel. Let's look it up, youtube.com, Let's Go Warriors. Click on our playlists. Click on the Bob Myers playlist, wherever the hell that is. Man, I got Langston Galloway over there. Jeez. Wow. Come on. Where's my Bob Myers playlist? Bob Myers management playlist, right? Notions. Take a look. Oops. Here's our playlist. Oh gosh, where is it? Anyways, I can't find it. Man, our playlist this hard to find on our site. I had no idea. Basically, Bob Myers said it's really hard to crack our roster. It is. So if I'm Mac McClung, I'm like, okay, it's really hard to crack the Warriors roster. Maybe I'll look around some other place, but I don't know. I'm not him. He might be at training camp. I'm not in the business of predicting that stuff. So that's our roster depth chart right here. We'll get back to your comments in a minute. I know there's a ton of comments, and maybe it is time to look at some comments and delete some spam people. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot to copy and paste the comments. I'm a freaking idiot. So right now, everybody comment something positive in the comments, and we'll do a drawing after we're done going through everything. Because I failed. I probably missed 100 comments, and I'm sorry about that. But we will have a drawing, as explained in the description. We will have a drawing right here. I just copied all of the comments. Bopley wants Boogie. But anyway, you can see I was late to copy and paste those comments because I'm going to run those through a randomizer right here. Excuse me. And we will pick the best comment of tonight, and the winner of the giveaway will be the person who wrote that awesome comment. So, time to go back through all the comments. Man, there's a boatload of them I missed, huh? Okay. Let's see. Oh, yeah. There is a lot of confusion with the greens out there. I've even done that before. Jeff Green is the really old green one. Let's go look him up, by the way. What team is Jeff Green on now? I can't remember. I think it's Denver, right? Jeff Green basketball. He is now on Denver. Yeah. So we go back to Denver here. Let's look at Denver. And Uncle Jeff is making $4.5 million. But Jeff Green is a super veteran. Like, he was born in 86, you know. He's been around the block. Last year of his contract. How old is this guy? 35. So that's not JaMYCHAL, obviously. Let's get it back to our depth chart. Okay. GP2 replaced by Dante and Weatherspoon. Otto replaced by JaMYCHAL. Ironic they haven't found one for Belly. Yeah, it gets to be a mishmash. So we're talking about Belly, and now I talked about Mac, right? I should put that in the comments one more time, or in the description. 40, man. When did I talk about him? Maybe 5 minutes ago. Put that 37. Mac McClung. Okay. So now we are talking about Boogie. So right here again, you look at the depth chart, right? Why would you come to this team for playing time? Granted, maybe you want to just ride the pine, go to a ring, but I don't know. I think Boogie wants to be a factor still, while he still can be. You look at the performance of James Wiseman during the summer league, pretty adequate. He's a bona fide 5 on an NBA team, no doubt about it. Our team. I just don't know that Boogie, now you just signed JaMYCHAL Green as your stretch 4, who can play the 5 sometimes in a small lineup, or 4.5 if you're thinking Draymond's at the 5. I just don't know that Boogie would want to come here. So I don't know. You got to look at it from that angle too. So that's at the 41 mark. Boogie Cousins. What else? Bo Cruz. Yeah, that would be Juancho Hernangomez. Same thing. Same thing at this point, now that we've signed Juancho Hernangomez. Well, now that we've signed JaMYCHAL Green, or about to, I mean, it's technically still a rumor, right? But if it's coming from Shams, and you wonder, is it like, okay, we're going to, Bob Myers was talking to JaMYCHAL Green's agent, and he goes, so we're going to tell Shams, no, you are going to call Shams at exactly, did it drop like this? At exactly 2:19 p.m., you are going to call Shams, and I am going to call Woj, because Woj said exactly the same thing at nearly exactly the same time, 2:20. Okay. And we are going to tell Woj and Shams that he intends to sign with the Warriors, because he still has to clear waivers. So that's kind of like, okay, somebody out there, and I don't really know how it all works with the waivers thing. Like, if you get bought out, you are a free agent. You got to clear waiver. I don't know how that all works, but a part of me wants to say that it's like, let's tell everybody once he clears waivers, he's going to sign with us. And that kind of like, in other words, nobody pick him up. So it's kind of like, the unwritten rule, JaMYCHAL wants to be a Warrior. Don't screw that up. 28 other NBA GMs. I don't know. Purely speculation there, making some of that up. I don't know. It would just be a cool scene in a movie to reenact all of that. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot. You could have a lot of debate about Quindary, we'll just see. I don't, how can you say he's a two-way at best? But then how can you say that he's for sure, or he deserves an NBA contract until he does it? We don't know, right? So I wouldn't want to be the Sith Lord, and only a Sith deals in absolutes, right? I would prefer to just say, let's see what happens. But let's see, what else we got? Let's go Warriors is everywhere. Yep. H. Jason right down there in the comments. I remember when this guy guarded well against KD when he was on the Clippers. Yep. We showed highlights of that, courtesy Anthony Slater. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, please sell me on Green. Hopefully I sold you on Green. I mean, I said the extra credit would be for someone to talk to a Denver expert and find out why the dip from 40% to 26, but he only got 2 threes off every game. So I don't know. First thing I would point at is no Jamal Murray to set the table. But I don't know. I'm not worried about it. Again, we're back to the psychology of the Warriors. Are you gonna walk through that door with negative outrage, or are you going to just trust Bob, trust JaMYCHAL, and just bring some positivity and root for your guys? So we don't know. So why not do the old school way of being a fan of the Warriors before someone invented the Bluebird app, where negativity is encouraged, negativity gets likes, negativity is outrage, and outrage gets retweets, and therefore nobody's ever rooting for anybody except themselves to write the best tweet ever tweeted on that platform. And all of a sudden you get all these people that's not happy about anything. Well, back before Twitter was invented, we would learn in the newspaper that, or the internet, the websites, that we just signed JaMYCHAL Green, and we'd be like, cool, let's go JaMYCHAL. I would love to bring back that kind of sentiment to the team. That's what we're here for. That's why Let's Go Warriors is what it is. And that's why we have so many blue wrenches in the comments trying to keep the positivity up, because we've lost that ever since 2016. That's me and Jeffrey, good old Jeffrey Chen. Don't know what he's doing, but he actually did vote for me to come on live here when I put the vote on Instagram just about an hour or two ago. Anyways, Jeff and I got to talking, and we were like, you know what? I think we can pinpoint it back to 2016 when at least NBA Twitter and Warriors Twitter. So when now I'm going on a tangent, but this is just for fun. This is my theories out here. So 46 mark, theories on Warriors Twitter. Okay. So around 2016, we blew a 3-1 lead. Actually, it was June 2016. We blew a 3-1 lead, and all we ever saw on Twitter was Cleveland fans constantly, oh, you blew a 3-1 lead. You blew a 3-1 lead. Never was it, oh, we won a championship for the first time in X number of decades. It was always the let me kick them when they're down, let me throw them under the bus type of like weird satisfaction, which then we were only learning that Twitter was encouraging that kind of behavior. So then when we got KD, which kind of honestly saved the day. So that was the number one thing that happened with KD that we should all be grateful for, which is KD healed us. He healed us, and he protected us, and then he took all of the negativity. He was the front facing of the negativity. Suddenly, he took it away. He absolved us of the guilt of the blowing a 3-1 lead, the victimization from the bullies of Cleveland that were saying you blew a 3-1 lead. Okay? So that was the first thing that he did, because then he took all the heat. What are you doing? You just left OKC for the Warriors? Meanwhile, we're like, oh man, this feels great. We have KD. Like, we actually, for the first time ever, just like the Miami Heat before, they got LeBron. This time we got KD. Man, who would ever thought? And for us to get KD, the same, same squad as Steph, two-time MVP, and Clay and Draymond, it was great. And we ought to be thankful for KD. We should never, ever forget that. But anyways, I go back to saying that summer, the whole you blew a 3-1 lead made it okay for Warriors Twitter to start gloating and start saying all these mean things back. And that was when Twitter went down and just became a cesspool of negativity. So again, I just think that it would be nice to enter the room of an app. And in this case, we are on the YouTube app, and actually come onto that app as a happy person, not outraged about anything, because everywhere else, these apps encourage you to go complain. So I would like for us not to complain as much. So let's go down the comments again. JaMYCHAL, probably not. Yeah, probably not. But it's pretty close. I'm going to say it's pretty close. I think, if you look at that, if you're looking at playoff highlights, let's exclude a lot of the regular season. And granted, JaMYCHAL didn't have the best postseason, but he did have a really good postseason the year before that and the year before that. So I think, yeah, if there's a reason for the 26% from 3-point shooting last year, and it's some kind of a disease of his, then that's something that the Warriors will try to help fix. What was Gary Payton's, corner three percentage, right? It was always like shaky, 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 then consistent, consistent, consistent. So it's something that can be improved, I think. And actually, I wanted to explain my background right here. I just hurried up and found a picture that had Warriors and JaMYCHAL, and it happened to have Otto Porter, so I used that one. So that's Otto Porter defending JaMYCHAL right there. That explains that. All right. Why not Bo Cruz? Because I don't know. I believe JaMYCHAL is a more versatile guy. But let's see. Juancho Hernangomez. Well, career 35% threes, right? You seeing this? Career 35% threes versus, so here's Juancho. Also, what's Juancho's 26? So JaMYCHAL has him on the veteranship and probably playoff experience. Looking at Juancho quickly. Going back to JaMYCHAL, career 36%, so a slight uptick there. 78.5% free throws, and Juancho's 68% free throws. So to answer that in a very rudimentary way, those are reasons why. Also, back to the Athletic one, there was one part. Where the hell is it? There it is. No, there it is. Porter's rebounding was a revelation for the Warriors this past season. Green actually had an almost identical defensive rebound rate, 18.7 to 18.9, and historically has been better than Otto. So 55 mark. Otto Porter rebounding rate versus JaMYCHAL. Okay. That's a pretty cool paragraph right there. So his role was diminished. Yeah, so replace Bjelica. Replace Bjelica. What did we end up with this? I think the replacement for Bjelica is right here. This is your replacement for Bjelica. It's Patrick Baldwin, 6'10", can shoot, right? So I think that's it. And really, if you're looking at last season as a blueprint, Baldwin is Bjelica's replacement. If you're looking at last year as a blueprint, I have our little secret Discord channel listed in terms of depth chart. To me, JaMYCHAL kind of replaces Belly at the 4-5. So who's the real replacement that's left over? Rollins kind of replaced Damian Lee. So really it's Juan Toscano-Anderson's spot and Andre. So who's gonna, is it a wing out there? Who is it? Do you leave it open? Maybe in case you want to head into the buyout season. We do have a younger roster than last year. And Anthony Slater is suggesting that we might leave that 15 spot open for the buyout market in February. And the buyout is always a veteran. So maybe this year we leave that spot open because we have so many youngsters, and maybe that's a way to get a veteran later on. Who knows? I mean, what's even the buyout list? Who's on the buyout list? I don't know. I don't get paid enough to come up with that stuff because that's the job of Bob Myers and his staff. So I think JaMYCHAL is sort of the replacement for Belly and the replacement for Otto. But you know, we could play musical chairs all day, or whatever you want to call it. But you know, Patrick Baldwin, his name is somewhere in there in the whole replacement game. So yeah, Otto is one of the best role players. Yep. Not a fan of Bjelica. Oh man, come on, man. The guy had a good series against Boston. He did. Against Boston in the finals. Bjelica showed up. Okay. So Wiseman. Okay. Let's talk about Wiseman. He played solid. He was a solid 5, even shot a couple threes. That's what you want. I mean, at this point, if he's a poor man's DeAndre Ayton, we'll take it. And based on 4 summer league games, he was. He might have been, his timing might have been off by 0.2 seconds on helping out or, you know, blocking shots. But sometimes he was there and he blocked shots, and emphatically when he did. So I think it's pretty clear that he did well in summer league. Main thing was he's healthy and no more swelling of the knee. So we're good. And yeah, I do think for JaMYCHAL, it is going to be vastly different for him to be the swing, catch and shoot guy coming from an offense that might have a, Steph and Jordan Poole, Steph or Clay, second unit. So Steph or Clay is on the floor. Jordan Poole is also on the floor. Draymond Green might be on the floor. Swing, you're wide open. Corner three. It's like pimping in the parking lot, as Bazemore would say. Here we go. So Uptown Marty, I just, you come through that door that's labeled "Let's Go Warriors." Try to bring a little positivity. I'm not going to say Oubre was trash. I'm just not going to say it because he was injured. He got injured, and we don't know. We'll never know. There's an alternate timeline out there where he wasn't injured. Granted, we can all sit here and look back and say he wasn't the best fit just because of, because of how Otto played, how Juan played, how, Oubre might be a little bit too athletic for his own good, so to speak. And his personality certainly seems to match that of the AAU system, which is designed to bust out the latest and greatest talented wings, honestly. And I can't sit here and say Oubre was trash because I don't think he was. He was injured, and we'll never know. He had some good games, he had some bad games, but that was all part of the process of getting there to that point. And then when that point came, he was injured. So I just in general, I cringe when people say so-and-so's trash. And on this channel, I prefer to take the nice guy approach where we just don't throw anybody under the bus. Why do we have to throw somebody under the bus? Is that like your formula for entertainment? I don't think it's the right formula for, what we do, which is information. On to the next one. So Anthony is hitting the nail on the head, which is lots of times for GMs, it's really a matter of, can I get value out of this contract? So for Bob Myers to find JaMYCHAL Green at a veteran's minimum, to me, that's pulling a rabbit out of the hat. So I do agree with that. So finding value in contracts. And you want to do that up and down your whole roster, which is why I tend to think 2021, 22, be appreciative of that. Be very thankful to Bob Myers and Joe Lacob and Steve Kerr, all those guys constructing a roster like we just had. Up and down the roster, you are maximizing the value, and we're trying to get that from these as well. Even, Ryan Rollins. So hopefully Ryan Rollins will play like a really, really good, rookie, second round pick. That doesn't happen every day. So we're trying to maximize value at every single spot. Let's see. Yeah, so back to the whole Patrick Baldwin thing. Who is he replacing? Yeah. So don't forget, Patrick Baldwin, 6'10", 6'10" shooter. That's pretty cool. I can't wait to see him play. There's a lot to look forward to just from training camp. preseason games and stuff. That's going to be exciting. It's going to be another one of those very rewarding experiences for the diehard junkies like us that are watching preseason games, not like casuals where they want Steph to score 30 points in a preseason game, right? No, we actually want Steph to sit down because we already know what he can do, and we want him to do what he does when it matters, when the wins actually count as something. So we're there to see him, him and Clay sit on the bench after a little bit, and let's watch Baldwin develop before our eyes, right? That's going to be exciting for us diehards to really look into. Okay. Next up, good insurance. I don't even think of it as insurance, you know? Like JaMYCHAL can play. All right, Carmelo, Boogie, who else? It would have been JaVale if he hadn't been signed because you guys always love JaVale. Patrick Beverly. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just feel like Patrick Beverly would have been nice on this roster a few years ago. I just don't know now. Like, it's pretty clear to me we're going with size, defensive size at point guard, whether it's Rollins, whether it's Dante. Heck, Jordan Poole, 6'4" guard, Lester. I just don't know about having the 6'1" defensive guard that you can pass the ball over easily. Right? I think that's an era gone by not too long ago, but gone by. Like, I mean, you have to have some really skewed offensive skills, a la Damian Lillard, to really want me to go and get a guy that's smaller than 6'4", honestly, these days. The whole league is trending towards that size. You look at Dallas. Dallas 6'7" point guard. If they decide to start Spencer Dinwiddie, what is that? 6'5" shooting guard, 6'7", 6'8", 6'11", JaVale. I mean, those guys are just, these teams are getting taller and taller. So Patrick Beverly sounds sexy, but that's the one where I disagree with everybody. Because far as I know, Dante and Rollins and Quinones, I think they can do a pretty good job on defense. Even Quindary at 6'3". He's a solid, tough, rugged 6'3". Who else were we talking about? Talked about Boogie, and now you want Carmelo. My problem with Carmelo, first of all, why would he want to come here and just ride the pine the whole year? I mean, I would rather play Baldwin and see if he, stinks it up or hits a few shots. Then I'll put in Carmelo, It's that kind of youth movement. So again, now that we got JaMYCHAL especially, I think Carmelo he could be like a 4-5 still, 4.5, because he's six, what is he, 6'8", 6'7", 6'8", pretty bulky, but he's not that fast. So he's kind of a stretch 4-5, right? And I just don't know that he can get out on the wing and close out on guys, which is very, very needed in this day and age of pace and space. Now, you asked me 2 years ago, even 2 years ago in the bubble, Carmelo was great. Carmelo was great for Portland. But the game changes fast. And we're just look at our own roster. Look at these guys, 6'10", length. Ryan Rollins is a pup. Kuminga's a pup. Moody's a pup. I mean, Quindari's relatively a pup. Quinones is a pup. We're trending towards younger, stallions. And I just think that Carmelo might slow things up a little bit. And he might be a little bit of a liability on defense the way the pacing goes. But he's solid. I mean, I just don't know that this year in this NBA that you got to picture him, trying to defend, as I said, the last 3 or 4 or 5 live streams. Pretend you're in Star Trek. You're on the holodeck, the next generation Star Trek. And what you do is you invite Carmelo Anthony into the holodeck and you bring up Boston Game 4, Game 5, Game 6, Finals 2022. Can Carmelo hang in that environment? Same thing with Patrick Baldwin. Same thing with JaMYCHAL Green. Maybe you change the holodeck to be bring me Game 4 Memphis. Okay. So it's things like that. Or game 2 Memphis with Ja Morant. Can Carmelo keep up a pace like that? Can any of these guys? So that's what you do. And I don't know. I don't know that I can picture Carmelo Anthony keeping up with the Memphis Grizzlies. I really don't know if I can do that. So that's how I kind of approach those. All right. I added that one to the description. Where are we at? PBJ, possibly. We'll see. Yeah, I talked about the Poole extension a little bit, but now I'll officially talk about it. Well, this whole time I was thinking, why not lock him up? Lock him up at what? Jalen Brunson numbers, 27, 28 million. Lock him up now because maybe the cap goes up in a couple years. But on the other hand, maybe don't lock him up and just let the market tell you how much he's worth, because if you don't give him an extension, then we do the DeAndre Ayton thing where we just match whatever offer sheet he gets. So we'll see. Well, back to Carmelo, I definitely would not, if Andre is coming back, I didn't even think about the Carmelo veteran factor. I just don't know that he's a mentor type guy. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't, but we don't know. But we do know Andre is. I don't think you can have a team with Andre and Carmelo on it. No way. So all of this Carmelo talk, the first thing that has to happen is Andre has to retire, right? If Andre doesn't retire, no way. Okay. But I already told you my concerns about Carmelo. It's interesting you said no to Carmelo, but you want Boogie. Carmelo makes more sense than Boogie. And I explained Boogie already, which is Wiseman looks great. Why would Boogie want to come here? Why would Carmelo want to come here? I mean, this roster is hard to crack, right? There's probably more opportunity on other teams. The Warriors are a hard roster to crack. We've just always had deep rosters. So you look at 29 other teams, most of them are not as deep as ours. So, I mean, really, like I look at a lot of salary cap tables, just, right here, just go to any team. Right here is Denver, right? Look at where their depth chart cuts off. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ish Smith, Jeff Green, DeAndre, 7, 8, 9. Bones, 10. So we got 5 spots up for grabs, right? On the Nuggets. Over here, or, like when I say they have 5 spots up for grabs, like if you're Boogie, you look at that roster, okay, I got to beat 4 guys to get playing time. Here, well, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dante's going to get minutes, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then these are, draft picks that we've committed to, right? It's, if you look at most of the salary cap tables and other teams' roster depth charts, those are easier rotations to crack than ours. So that's the thing when you guys fall in love with the big names, you just got to remember that it goes both ways. But then who knows? Tomorrow maybe we sign Boogie and I look like a fool. Then I would have to readjust my thinking and go, okay, what did I learn about Bob Myers today? Because I thought it would be this way and turned out that way, and I adjust my thinking. So who knows? So I'm just thinking that, I don't know. I'm here to give you information, not entertainment, right? So I'm trying to give you additional data points to think about when you think about guys like Boogie, guys like Beverly, guys like Carmelo, right? But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. The sentimental favorite would be Boogie. I mean, who wouldn't want Boogie to be in the mix of random practice shenanigans, random road trip Instagram stories, random interviews that he says something funny or he doesn't, whatever. That would be fun. Don't get me wrong. Boogie is very high on the fun factor. But fun factor is not why you sign players, usually. So yeah, I don't disagree. Boogie is like the sentimental favorite. Sentimental favorites. So in the description, I am keeping a list of all the topics we've talked about. Okay. Let's try and see. Cousins is only 31. That's interesting. Yeah. That's interesting. This is an interesting way to say it. Again, it's very negative based, Muhammad. Like, oh, somebody's washed. But we don't need him stealing minutes. That doesn't make any sense. Like, that doesn't make any sense. I think what you mean, that's such a, I don't know. It's a funny way of describing it. I just don't know that Steve would want to play Boogie over Wiseman, all things considered. So I wouldn't worry about that. But anyways, I don't know. Just try to use nicer words. Anyways, thoughts on Jeff Green? Kind of talked about it earlier, but I mean, he's locked up for 2023 at least. $4.5 million. Too expensive for us. Yeah, so Portland, Carmelo, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. NBA of 2020 is a lot different than the NBA of 2022. I don't know. Of course, the counter argument to that would be, oh, the playoffs slows down a little bit. Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, Star Trek holodeck, there were some instances of game 4, game 5, game 6 against Boston, game whatever against Memphis. I guess game 1 against Memphis. No, game 2. They stole game 2. Or they took game 2. They earned it. But I don't know. I still recall a pretty fast pace. I mean, you got Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown coming downhill on you. Is Carmelo still not walking? Is Carmelo still hustling back on defense during that time? Or it's hard for me to picture that. So anyways, yeah. So we're waiting for this to happen, but the fact that Shams reported it and Woj, it just kind of, when they report something, I don't know that anything has ever not happened the way that they've reported it. So I think it's a pretty much done deal. Oh, we're back to Boogie as injury prone too. Yep. Okay. Oh yeah. Let's hit that like button. Oh, you know what I forgot? Shoot. I forgot to copy the comments. Oh, Lord. Wiseman was injured. Oh, cool. No, that didn't work. Crap. Well, the good news is there are plenty of comments here that I can copy and paste and put in the drawing. Check the description for that. Wow, there are a ton. What? Good job by Bruce, as usual, to kill some of these. Oh, Jaguayo 56, thank you for the $2 donation. Man, I am way behind on the comments. You guys talked about Harrison Barnes. Whew. All right, we'll come back to that, but in February. I kind of don't even want to worry about that. There's so many different variables happening. Man, this is wow. Montrezl Harrell. We can't afford that guy, right? Montrezl Harrell. Montrezl. He is on the Wizards? No. He was on the Hornets. So let's go look up how much he made. Charlotte. And 2022. 9.7 million. Guys, why are you bringing up a guy that we can't even afford? So let me copy all these comments. Jeez, man. Okay. Jeez. Giveaway demarcation point. Oh boy. So far behind on the comments. Well, let's go reverse chronological. Go all the way down. The deal is we love Boogie. Yep, that's the thing, is we do love Boogie, but I have learned that the sentiment usually does not translate into the transaction. So Warriors fans always want some guy. That some guy usually does not end up a Warrior, whoever that guy is that you wanted. Therefore, why not just sit back and relax and trust Bob? So if you sat back, you relaxed, and you trusted Bob, today Bob Myers brought you JaMYCHAL Green. Hey, I'm happy. And I didn't have to go predict this. I didn't have to go, you know, go the outrage path where I go, oh, okay, I just did a ton of research, and these are the veteran minimum guys, and we better sign so and so because he looks like the best veteran minimum guy. And it turns out that Bob pulled a rabbit out of the hat, in my opinion, and got JaMYCHAL Green. You did all that prediction work for nothing. Granted, it was good entertainment a week ago, but that was a lot of work for a little bit of entertainment and a little bit of, rah-rah on some guy that you were predicting for the sake of your prediction being right. I just don't even do predictions. I just enjoy the process. As Stephen Wardell Curry, who's going to host the ESPYs tomorrow. We'll be right back tomorrow, 5 o'clock on the nose. I'm going to have ABC. Maybe I'll stream ABC on Twitch if I'm able to. I don't know if I can. But anyway, Stephen Wardell Curry taught me to enjoy the process. So I just sit back and I trust people. I trust that Damian Lee in these playoffs will not have a third bad game in a row. I trust Bjelica will, the list goes on and on and on. Sometimes I don't trust, but when I don't trust, it's not like totally outrageous. Like I noticed that, I don't know what, Memphis, I guess I was thinking, okay, we're not doing that great, as good as we should. Maybe we should play Moody. Sure enough, Moody shows up. Those are the rare times I kind of disagree with something. I was wrong about Draymond. Actually, that remains to be seen. I saw Draymond's performance in game 3 in Boston, and it kind of reminded me of the non-closeout games that we weren't able to do against Denver and Memphis and Dallas, actually. Like we should have swept them, but we didn't, that one. But yeah, now that hindsight's 2020, it's okay. I mean, you can give up a game every now and then. It's not going to kill you. But I was thinking, man, is Draymond just not able to tap that energy? And I still think that him at age 32 is not the same as him at age 26. But then again, I also think that most NBA players they just can't play 5 straight great games. It's just very difficult to do. So you're going to have the one where just things weren't going all that well. And that's actually a reflection of life. You're not going to have 5 great days in a row. Some shit is going to happen one of those days. You're going to screw up at work, whatever it may be. You're going to wake up depressed, whatever it may be, right? You are not your best self during one of those performance days. And so I started wondering, maybe just his age is maybe catching up or whatever. Turns out game 3, because I wasn't in Boston for that, so I couldn't feel all the vulgarities that the Boston crowd classlessly was shouting at Draymond. They stepped over a line. And when you step over a line, you don't expect it. The family, I found out, key information. I've said this before. There's family members that didn't come back for game 4 because it was so bad. Like that to me, that shouldn't happen in the NBA. That's unfortunate. So that is why, so sometimes I disagree, but I'm never throwing guys under the bus. I'm never, oh, that guy's washed. Oh, that guy's trash. No, I will say what I say in presenting my case, give you a lot of information to go on, but, okay. So we talked about that. And he had to deal with the death of his friend. Exactly. Tomorrow's going to be fun, right? Okay. What's up, Brandy? What? You're grumpy about Lee and Chioza minutes? That doesn't make any sense. What? Over whom? You know what's funny is the guy that would actually be grumpy about that, and who would it be? Would it be Steph? Because Chioza took some extra minutes. Like Steve put Chioza in to give Steph a rest. Ergo, the only person on the planet that should be mad about that is Steph. And not even Steph is mad about it, but you are. Think about that. We don't do that here at Let's Go Warriors. We're not outraged for no freaking reason. Stop it. Oh my gosh. Okay. All the websites I use, just those two will go a long way. Also, Google and Wiki. Sounds obvious, but people just don't want to use Google for whatever reason. But yeah, if you go with BK Ref and Hoops Hype, you're in good shape. Okay. Man, it's all good though. We had over 200, nearly 300 concurrents on here at one point in time. Very cool. And welcome to all the new people. 7 likes and hearts from Facebook, whether that's on the Let's Go Warriors page or the bigger Warriors for Life page. Thank you, Nick, who runs Warriors for Life. It's good. And if you go to the Warriors for Life Facebook page, you'll find that they are totally in line with our thinking, in that bring some positivity and less outrage to the table. It's just more enjoyable. Let's see. Whew. Oh boy. A lot of comments here. Oh man. Ooh, in Bob we trust. That's pretty cool. We got 2 in Bob we trusts. What I like to do is I like to screenshot those and then collect all these screenshots. I'm in the process of working on that. Next month in August, I want to literally come up with a booklet, all these great screenshots of your comments. I would love to show that to someone on the Warriors, whoever it may be, and just what? Uh-oh. I said hi to Brandy Spears, but maybe she's a hater. I don't know. No, she's not, because she says, let Bob Myers do what he does best. That's true. Oh, gosh. It's great to have all these comments. In fact, I wasn't having the best day either myself. I was probably having one of those triple single days, one of those triple single games myself today. It's tough to get through life sometimes. And I come on here I don't even know. First time I've ever done one of these like breaking news type live streams. And now we've been on for an hour and a half. Pretty cool, right? And I'm just like, let's just do it, see what happens. All of you guys come on board and we're talking about all these things in the comments. It's really like uplifting to see comments from Amy. Like it's just great to know that I can come here, know that Bruce will be here, Roland, Elijah, Robbie, Amy, Brandy, whoever else I'm missing, Bruce, and just know that we're going to be amongst positivity. It's amazing what it's done for me for today. It's amazing. I can't even put the words there. But I do want to put that in the comments. Not the well, these will be in the permanent comments, not the live chat comments, but in the description, just the positivity being here. Right? Man, thank you. Like I would have never known that this would be possible. So for the new people, that's kind of what we're about. Come here and just feel good about the Warriors almost no matter what. Literally almost no matter what. I don't know if some of you guys I don't know if some of you guys realize that after every loss, Roland, and maybe it was Robbie, but Roland would always say, here's our hour of, doom and gloom. Here's our hour of all the haters wanted to let go of the rope and fall off the cliff. And we just get through that. It's almost like a therapy session with a bunch of people that, thinking about committing suicide or something outrageous like that. That's probably a bad example. It's just like, I don't know, just dealing with all of these negative thoughts, and we come together and we like form a base. It's like that movie 300 where we're in the phalanx. We got all the shields up, and I'm Gerard Butler, and we're just, all the arrows are coming down at us. Oh shit. It's raining negativity, but we fight through it. And tonight feels like the opposite of that. It just feels like, well, as I was saying, I wasn't having the greatest day anyways. So it was, I guess for me, it was kind of like we had just suffered a loss. Okay. Yeah. So I see your Boogie Cousins comments. I see it. I see it. This is good history lesson right there by Nomo Mania. So we talked about Pat Bev. Go look in the description. There's like the timestamps aren't going to help right now because the live chat I've noticed on YouTube is like the reverse timing of it. So it's very difficult. But what you would want to do is maybe once I end this live stream, which should be soon, then once it's no longer live, then you can look at the description and the timestamps should work, unless I'm mistaken. All right. Yeah. So I love Boogie, man. I was there when he dunked over KD at practice, and it was one of the funnest times ever. And by the way, those are moments that I remember KD from. So when you go out, here we go again. Every single time I'm on here, I got to defend KD. But I was there, man. Oh, man. Defending Kevin Durant again. All right. there's this whole narrative that he was unhappy. I call bullshit. Like, I was there when Boogie dunked on KD. First guy to smile was KD, you know, because Boogie was busy doing the, okay? KD was sitting there under the basket and he was smiling. Come on, guys. KD had fun here, man. Stop it. Like, how many videos do I have on the channel of him and Steph Curry in the same shooting routine? Are you telling me you go do a shooting drill with Steph and you're unhappy? Stop it. All of that is just bullshit. Don't listen to Twitter. Please. They love to rewrite history. Twitter loves character assassination. I should know. They have assassinated my character on Twitter multiple times. They've even carried it over to Reddit. That's why I will always be on here saying, please do not utilize Twitter or Reddit. It's no offense to people that run Twitter or run Reddit. It's that your apps promote negativity. I'm sorry, they just do. YouTube, there's a lot of places of hatred and negativity on YouTube, but when they go on my channel, I delete them, I challenge them. I fight negativity with negativity sometimes, but I only do that like 5 to 1% nowadays. Usually I delete the comment. And when we're live, we have our blue wrenches who are positive, who will help me in that endeavor anyways. And that's what makes it special here. And I'm just saying, KD is the prime example of Twitter going off the rails and spreading misinformation, which then gets duplicated on Reddit, which then also gets duplicated on Instagram. But usually on Instagram, we're too busy trying to connect with people through, Instagram, through DMs and whatever. I mean, I contact all of the trainers that I know by DM. I contact all of the multimedia guys that I know by DM on Instagram. So to me, yes, Instagram is also a cesspool of negativity on subjects. However, no one's going to sit there and read 2,339 negative comments. We just skip it. So your comment is worth almost nothing on Instagram. Thank goodness. But on Reddit and Twitter, all of the negative comments are glorified. They're liked, they're retweeted, yada, yada, yada. All the positivity gets drowned out by the outrage. And so then you have misinformation because people make up stuff just to be mad at you. So they want to be mad at Kevin Durant. Oh my God. I mean, end of the day, guess who agrees with me? Draymond Green, a guy that actually plays in the NBA, actually plays for the Warriors, actually going to be a Hall of Famer, thinks about KD the same way I do. So there. I mean, I don't need to say anymore. Like, KD should get to go wherever he wants to go. It happened to me. I used to put tournament teams into amateur tournaments. We won multiple championships. Man, we were the team. 2 of my guys defect to another team. I was heartbroken. But yet again, I was maybe bitter for a week. But these guys, I still love them today. I'm thinking about having them on the live, have a reunion where we rehash all of those stories, because that's the best that I can do. I can't sit here and grab, Jason Richardson, Baron Davis, Stack Jack, Al Harrington, and do a Cohan era reunion. I can't do that. In fact, they ought to be paid to do that, and they've probably done it already. I can't do that. The best I can do is the poor man's version of that, which is my own team where my guys left me to go play for another team that then beat my team. I was very heartbroken by that. But do I hate those guys? No, I love them. The same way Draymond loves KD, in the same way Warriors fans should still love KD. But a lot of you drink that Twitter Kool-Aid and you're missing out. You're missing out on actual basketball. Like in real life, it happened to me. And I tell you, I am not bitter at those guys. And I love those guys. Ross Lim, Carl Guzner, go look them up. Facebook, hit them up. Tell them that, hey, I heard you on Rich's Let's Go Warriors live stream. And they'll be like, oh man, that's cool. They'll fist bump you, and they'll tell you the story of when they left me, my team that I was coaching, and we were a championship team. Man, we would have been a dynasty. So all of the stuff that happens in the NBA, it happens at every single level of basketball, organized basketball, and it's just basketball. So many people are misinformed on Twitter, and it's a shame. It's a shame. But I just had to get that off my chest. Let's do the giveaway. Now that you've heard my 538th diatribe about Kevin Durant. Oh man, but I really want to do that. I want a reunion of the team, which consisted of the guys that left me. I was heartbroken. I will never forget that. However, Ross said it best. 2 emails. I had to email him twice to ask him why. And all he said was because they were going to go play with their buddies, just like Kyrie was KD's buddy. They were going to go play with their old hometown buddies. And it was like, he just says, it's just comfort. I mean, when you're playing with buddy versus you're playing with, buddy, hired gun, you're probably going to go play with the buddies. Why not? Okay. We shall do the drawing, then come back to the comments. So here we go. This is the latest, and I know I probably did not get the first 100 comments, so sorry about that. But what's cool is I think we have a lot of new people today. Not that if one of the old guys that's been on our live streams many a time, for example, Elijah, if he wins, I'm not unhappy. I mean, I'm happy for him, of course. But it's also kind of exciting for some random new person to just come on here for the first time and win a prize. But I will have to tell you, first of all, the caveats. Number one, I'm way behind. There are like 40 winners since May. And the reason why that process is completely broken is because every single day, well, nearly every single day since May, we have had some kind of interview, some kind of game, whatever it may be, Warriors content. The pipeline has been just streaming with content. And I just never had time to figure out how to, like, right there, I have a box full of bobbleheads that who has the time when you're going to sleep at like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. after a game, then you've got practice the next day at around midday, then you're doing all the videos the rest of the day. I mean, I'm exhausted at that point in time. Do I have the energy to go take that box off of the shelf, open it, look for your, bobblehead, whatever it may be that you want, that you get to choose? All of that stuff is very time consuming. So we are at a point where there is almost none Warriors content coming down the pipeline, especially after tomorrow night. Steph will do the ESPYs. We will go live here because it's fun. And then after that, who knows? Maybe nothing. But during those nothing days, I get to, well, first of all, go try and get a doctor's appointment because I haven't visited the doctor in so many, years now because just, it kills you. The NBA season is brutal. And then also, this errand, that errand. But one of the errands is to figure out what prizes the winners want, get the prizes and ship them off to you. Go to the post office and just get them done one by one for the next 60 days. So without further ado, I hope I explained that all satisfactorily. Let's randomize these comments and let's pick somebody. Okay, nothing there. This is like watching a summer league game and Guy Santos jumps out of the page at you. He jumps off the screen at you. I'm looking for a comment that jumps off the screen that's within the first 10 that gets randomly picked. Let's see. Man, I guess some of the spam got in there, unfortunately. Don't worry, be happy. Ooh, I'm gonna keep that as a maybe. Maybe. Oh, I like getting KD was amazing even more because that was definitely amazing, especially after blowing a 3-1 lead. Okay. Here's a cool, some of these comments I didn't get to see, but I agree with that. It's not a bad thing to say, hey, other team, not named the Warriors, you did a pretty damn good job. That's okay to do. So getting KD was amazing. So far. I will oh, this one's good too. Signing JaMYCHAL Green is great. It has to do with JaMYCHAL. Oh man, it's tough. It's tough. All right, I'll go with that one. So far. I'm going to see if there's a better one. Because I can randomize this list maybe 7 times. See if there's a better one than that JaMYCHAL Green. Although I'm just, I'm going to save Kevin Durant talk for another live stream, I think. And I'll name it honoring Kevin Durant or something like that. Okay. Blake Griffin or Millsap? Okay. Again, with Blake, I wonder, you throw him in Boston game 4, 5, 6. Can he get back on defense in time? Right? Millsap, same thing. And also, would they want to play for us? Because, man, look at that depth chart. It's tough roster to crack. Okay. Pretty good comments. I think I'm going to just settle on what I settled on. So, this one's good too. You have to beat 13 guys on GSW, and even Bob Save Your Brain Cells is good. So I think I'm going to go with that one and then the KD one, just in case, as a secondary one. So let's go with this. Okay. Niners Warriors. Hey. I'm glad a Niners Warriors fan won. You are the winner. Niners Warriors winner. So what you want to do, Niners Warriors, is please email me at rich@letsgowarriors.com and include the word giveaway. All right. Oops. Messed up the end quote there. So Niners Warriors, you're the winner. Okay. What are we doing in the comments here? I'm so sorry if I didn't get to your comment. Go ahead and re-comment if I never got to your comment tonight, because we are going to end the show pretty soon. Pizza Steve's wife architected the Warriors training facility? Wow. I gotta scroll up for that. Yeah, I'd do Boogie over Blake as well. But then again, I don't know. I'm not sitting around waiting for Boogie to get signed. Let's see. What else we got? Oh, yeah, Poole has struggled. Yes, he did. Yep, I know it's not a good idea. I gotta get on that. I agree with this as well, Henry. Probably do another live stream on that. I don't know. The next time ESPN wants to beat the dead horse of clout and clicks that is KD, then maybe we'll go live and just finally put an end to it. Let's see. Oh, pretty cool to have a new person here. Pizza Steve. Okay, let's see. A friend shoots under the hoop as if, ooh, okay. Oh, who is that? Who's your friend? Is it Noah? Is it Noah Graham? Is it Josh Leung? Is it, who else am I missing? Michelle Poole? Man, cool comments right here. Copy those. Wow. All right. Oh, we have a Mullen was GM comment. Let's check that one out. Oh, that was Pizza Steve. Yeah. Mullen was GM. You know, he did a pretty good job. He almost got Kevin Garnett. What am I missing here? What are the new comments? Yeah, let's get Pizza Steve on board. Wow, you wanted Cousins more than JaMYCHAL? I don't know. I like JaMYCHAL. He's at, you know, technically he's worth more than Boogie if you rank the salaries. I know he's going to get a veteran minimum. I know he's going to get a veteran's minimum, JaMYCHAL, but it's a buyout. So basically, he's worth between veterans minimum and the 8.2 million, probably a mid-level anyway. Whereas Boogie is definitely a veterans minimum. Okay, where are we at? Well, you know, as they say, only a Sith deals in absolutes. There is no reason. Well, I think there is a reason, and that reason would be that they have done projections and somebody on Bob Meyer's staff, probably the CBA expert, the salary cap expert, and their spreadsheet models predict that a Poole salary that might, you know, we're talking about Joe Lacob here. So I wouldn't be surprised if he went out and bought some artificial intelligence. I just got done with Silicon Valley, HBO Max. That series was freaking incredible. I loved it because I used to be in that realm, Silicon Valley. I have a very interesting background. Anyways, Joe Lacob is from Silicon Valley, and I'm pretty sure he has at least an idea of having some kind of artificial intelligence predict what Poole's salary would be in 2025. 23, 20, yeah, in 2025. if the projection is more than what Jalen Brunson just made, then maybe you offer him what Jalen Brunson just made now, because it's technically a smaller number than the future number. But I don't get paid enough. I don't get paid enough to do that, to do those financial modeling, as it were. All of these variables, all of them take into account. One variable would be, what is your prediction of what the new TV contract with Turner, ESPN, and YouTube is going to be? And from there, maybe the number is bigger than what Jordan Poole would make if we just sign him to 28 million right now. So then sign him to 28 million right now, right? So I wouldn't say there is no reason, but going that route is very nebulous to me. So why don't we say 157? Jordan Poole extension part 2. Okay, what are we saying in the comments down there? I will miss GP2's defense. I know. GP2 is such a special player. He's so unique, playing around the rim and finishing an incredible percentage. Let's just look at his field goal percentage right here. Gary Payton second, and his field goal percentage is 62%. That's insane. That's just unreal. Unreal. By the way, did Niners Warriors get back to me? I don't see anything, but Niners Warriors, I hope you're in the comments. Where are you, Niners Warriors? I got to put him on my Gmail list of winners. Niners Warriors. Has he won before? He sounds so familiar. Oh wait, Elijah, you won. You won in May. FYI. So email me just in case. I'm pretty sure you have emailed me. Let me just check. Elijah. Yeah, I got you, Elijah. I got you. Sorry, it's so you see how messed up my system is? Niners Warriors. I wonder if I have somebody that's won twice because my system is so screwed up. Red Eyes Robotics, you've won before. I saw you in the comments. Yo, Red Eyes. Do I have your email? No, I don't see you. But yeah, Red Eyes Robotics, you won back on. I mean, maybe you logged off because sometimes we do the drawings at 1 in the morning after a game, you know. Red Eyes won on July 2nd. Let's get him on here. FYI, you won the giveaway on 7/2. Please email me. Okay, let's go Warriors.com and include the word giveaway somewhere. FYI. Okay. Wow, GP was only 60% free throws. Yeah. Wow. Career 57%. That sucks. All right. Let's see. Called it 3 weeks ago. Really? How did you call that? He's making 8.2 million. You called the buyout? Really? I mean, this is like Bob Myers ought to hire you, not to do CBA work, not to do salary cap work, but to, I don't know, Predict buyouts? I mean, I guess when he got traded to OKC, which was when did he get traded? Let's see. Michael Green traded. He was traded on June 23rd. Okay. Oh, June 13th. Okay. So I guess you did predict that, huh? In terms of like, man, the finals were still going on. So you predicted the buyout. Wow. Pretty good. Yeah, but still, Calvin, like, how did you know that he wouldn't want to get more than the veterans minimum somewhere? Because, yeah, you can buy out to buy out, but I guess if you're going to do a buyout, that'll end you up as a veteran minimum anyways, because you're going to get bought out, meaning he's going to get bought out for whatever he gets bought out, but he gets to keep that money that he got bought out with. So it was always going to be more than a veteran's minimum. So there you go. Anyways, Myers Leonard, okay, that's another guy who unfortunately kind of talked himself out of the league, I guess. Controversial. I don't know. I don't have the energy to look it up. But yeah, that's Myers Leonard, I believe. Yep. Well, good prediction, Calvin. Where are you? I'm trying to look at YouTube comments and StreamYard comments at the same time. There it is. And it's kind of hard to do. Right? Bad rap on Myers Leonard. Everyone can just Google that. Let's see. What else is there? Let's see. Oh, Boogie to Wiseman. Boogie's mentorship to Wiseman. We kind of have that already. Guess who he is? Looney. Looney is a good, actually, almost as perfect as Boogie would be because they've both been through injuries. So, yeah. So I don't know that we need to double up on the mentorship. But yeah, I mean, good point. If we went to Boogie, I mean, it looks like a lot of people want Boogie. I just don't know that Boogie would want to come here. Because then he's fighting for minutes behind Wiseman, behind Looney, and really behind, Draymond, who switches over to the 5. Yeah, we're not going to be able to replace GP2. He's too unique. I mean, when his contract ends with Portland, Portland's not going to be able to replace GP2. Okay, let's see. Oh, people are saying Poole wants to be a starter somewhere else. I don't know. I don't know. He wasn't this year, and he had a lot of fun winning a championship. But I'm not him, so I don't know. Okay. All right. Man, I know I missed a ton. Pizza Steve, jeez. He's like the Forrest Gump of Warriors. A friend also sold her home to Andre when he came to Oakland. Wow, I mean that's definitely a house that must be pretty nice house. Pizza Steve, mystery man, all in on Pat Bev. Yikes. I don't know. Chris Webber for Billy Owens. Ouch. I know. Hurts. Chris Webber just not getting along with Nelly. That was the worst thing ever. All right, I think I'm losing it on the comments. I can't really keep scrolling like this. So where are we? Yeah. Again, though, like with Pat Beverly, heck, if it happens, it happens. Then I'm a Pat Beverly fan because that's what we do here. We just root for whoever we have. So here we have, yeah, passing of the torch. A video of his prank. Uh, hmm. Oh, Denver and JaMYCHAL? Because Denver now has to pay Jokic a boatload of money coming up, I think. And so they needed to shed some salary. So then Denver traded JaMYCHAL to OKC to take on that salary. And that's what OKC does. They farm draft picks. So they're like, oh, yeah, we got cap space. Let me get JaMYCHAL off your hands because you need to use your money in more productive ways towards bigger and better things. And so we'll take JaMYCHAL, but give us a protected first round pick 2027. So let me stockpile my first round draft picks here. Okay. Denver's like, oh, cool. We don't need to pay that much anymore. And then OKC's like, okay, let's buy you out and we'll pay even less. You know, we're on the hook for even less money than before. So it works out for everybody. It's a little switcheroo here, little musical chairs. Get JaMYCHAL on the team. He deserves to be on. Ooh, yeah. Ja versus Dante. So that's what Myers did. Okay, let's go back. Oh, Andre told an Uber driver to prank. Yeah, that was Festus. That was Festus. Oh man, hilarious, hilarious. Um, let me hold on. Let me copy that. Shoot. I'm going to screenshot this and send it to Festus. Oh man, it's so hilarious. Thank you, Pizza Steve, for bringing that up because I am going to send that to Festus. So check it out on our Instagram later because I'm going to send that to Festus. I'm so happy you brought that up. It's so hilarious. Bluetooth on so I can airdrop the screenshot. Boom. I'm gonna send that to Festus, and we'll see what comes out from that. Okay. Yeah, more reclamation projects here. Michael Carter Williams. I don't know. Does he want to come here, though? We're a tough roster to crack. How high does Bronny go? I would think a few spots higher. I don't know. That'll be so interesting to watch. So interesting. That's what makes the NBA so entertaining. Oh, yeah, there's the whole, can we even afford Pat Beverly? All right. Well, I don't know that I heard from our giveaway winner and our previous giveaway winner. Therefore, I think it might be time to go. Oh my gosh, we passed the 2-hour mark and it's 10:46 p.m. Oh shoot. Oh geez. Need a point to calm our second unit. How about a more mature Jordan Poole, maybe? Yeah. Pizza Steve. Hope to have you back. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a night here. Let's put JaMYCHAL back on the screen. Cool beans, man. I'm gonna change the thumbnail to Pizza Steve. Pizza Steve, you're gonna be in the thumbnail in 3, 2, 1. I am changing it now. Haha. Save. You are the new thumbnail. Pizza Steve. Let's see. I miss Livingston as well. Pat Bev will be traded before he's bought out. Okay. I am totally not keeping tabs on that, so I wouldn't know. And yeah, Dante has championship experience. Yep. Yep. Milwaukee Bucks. Jordan Poole, 6th man of the year. All right, so let's call it a night because we'll be back tomorrow night for fun, for kicks. Steph Curry, SBs. We'll be here just watching it because we're weirdo, Dub Nation crazed fans that like to get together for any odd reason. And the one after that, I put it down on the calendar already last live stream. Don't forget, August 26th, the Congo, DRC, Congo, plays in Africa, FIBA Africa qualifiers. Therefore, we live stream. Sorry to make it all caps, but I'm excited about that. Crazy. Jonathan Kuminga might not even play that game, but we're going to go live here because by the time we hit August 26th, we will be dying to get together for whatever stupid reason. And I will leave you on that note. And that is that. 2 hours and 20 minutes. And that's it. So just us, 1, 2, 3. Thank you. See you tomorrow night, 5 o'clock Pacific. Take care. Just us, 1, 2, 3.